let's set up for 2026 and all our reading habits. Hey guys, welcome to my channel, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we're going to go through an ultimate reading reset. So I did this video last year and I felt like it helped me just to clear my brain, clear my mind of everything that needs to be done for the new year. So first of all, we're going to go through Goodreads and put in my 2026, 26 and 26 books into our little TBR on there so I know where they all are. I'm going to put in our January/February TBR. Is January TBR for me, but February TBR for when you guys are seeing it. So that will be a little sneak peek. And in fact, I might not show that, but I'm going to do that anyway. And just have a look through, make sure that none of the books on there I don't need, and make sure that none of the books are falling a bit redundant where I'm a bit like, oh, I'm probably not going to read that, especially on things like to buy and Kindle books. So I'm gonna do a bit of a Goodreads clear out and sort out and take you along with me. Okay, so with Goodreads being sorted, it is now time for us to look at our spinner wheels. As you all know, I used them a fair bit last year. I'm going to have a Kindle spinner wheel and a physical spinner wheel and a 26 and 26 spinner wheel. So I will take you along with me next of creating those spinner wheels and how I do it. If you've got any questions about this, please leave them down below because it is relatively simple. You just kind of create the wheel and input the book and the options, but I know a few people before have asked me to go through it. I will not be putting a voiceover over this next section because I personally feel like it's quite self-explanatory, but if that is something you would like to see, then I can possibly do it as a little extra on a YouTube Shorts for you guys. Okay, so this year I am tracking my reading slightly differently. So last year I had this massive spreadsheet. I then had a series tracker separately, and for me it was just too much. So what I've done is I have created a Notion dashboard for the year, but it has very specific things on there. So obviously it's got my 26 to read in 2026 book, and those can now be turned into checklists because I will check them off as I go. Whereas beforehand, I just needed to know that I had 26 books. So there's 26 books there and they will all be ready to go. We then also have our series tracker. So this is all the series that I am in the middle of and how many I've read, how many I've got left. So that's always a really fun place to look because that obviously keeps me up to date in it. That obviously keeps me up to date in what I'm doing and where I'm at. So that should then, yeah, it does automatically change. It should then change as I go through. So this will change as I go through and then I can update it as I go along with it. But obviously this one is subject to change and I can add things on there or I can take things off as I feel. Obviously, like the Annie Valentine series we've not started, the Never After series we've not started, Magnolia Park and Vancouver Agitators I've not started, never read, so if I read the first book, don't like it, I can delete it. And also if I start another series, I can add one on there. I don't have a specific series goal this year in terms of how many I want to have read and be in the middle of, but I don't really want to be consistently reading more than 5 series at a time. At the moment, as you can see, I've started Sunrise Cove. That is an interconnected standalone, so I'm not too concerned about that one being on there, but also we're in the middle of Tattered and Torn, Avalon Bay and Caravel as well. So that's 4 series I'm in the middle of, and I know I'm going to be starting the Hunger Games in January. So I think I want to try and limit the amount of series that I am starting. It's really hard sometimes when you start a book thinking it's a standalone and then it turns into a series, but that I am going to try my best to keep the number of series I'm in the middle of down to around 5, and hopefully by the end of the year that can then be a focus that we focus on. So then also this year I am tracking I've got a reading tracker, so that is just, it's so much more simpler than the reading tracker that I had last year, which was obviously this massive spreadsheet with all this data in that I just didn't need to know and I didn't care. I'm not filming wrap-up videos anymore for YouTube because it's not something that I want to film or I enjoy watching. I might do like a quarterly wrap-up so you guys can see one every 3 to 4 months so that you get a feel of what I'm reading and what I feel about them, but it's not necessarily something that I will be adamantly doing every month. So for me personally, all I want to see is how many books I've read that month, what my top book of the month was, and whether I completed my TBR or not. My TBRs will be 6 books. Generally I'll try and get them into videos, but if not, then I just want to know, did I complete my TBR that month and how many books I've read. So that is my kind of reading tracker this year. And then I also, in each month, I will have a books page, and on it has my TBR books that are the books of that month, and then also which books I've read, just so I can see what books I've read in each month. And to be honest, if I start that and I carry on with it and I don't like it, then I will get rid of it. But I am starting a reading journal this year, and so I feel like this will help with that, because if I fall behind on the reading journal, I don't have to start questioning what books I'm reading and when I read them. And also I go on Notion every single day anyway, so if I finish a book today, then it will be really quick to go on there and just add it in as I'm editing my daily plan for the next day. So that is how I'm tracking everything this year. It is a lot like heavy Notion based. As I just mentioned, I am doing a reading journal, and I will insert a clip of my current flip through. I am not doing this for YouTube, and I feel quite heavily about this. If I end up doing it and we're doing like a book stuff or a week in life with me video, then I might show you what I've been working on. But as you will see, I've just this morning sat down for about an hour and have started drawing out the spreads, and I really enjoyed it, but I didn't want to film it, and I'm not a very creative person, so I feel like for me I might show you snippets here and there, but it isn't something which I will be dedicating time to on YouTube. I might come the end of the year, if I'm doing Bookmas again, I might do like a 2026 reading journal flip through so you guys then get to see it, but it won't be something that will be updated in these videos, just purely for the fact that I like having my creative outlet that I can turn off from the world. I can put a film on or I can listen to an audiobook, and I don't have to worry about filming and editing it. So the flip through will go in here, and I hope you guys like it. hope you guys have enjoyed this video and kind of seeing everything that I've been up to. Obviously, I have not changed a lot from last year. I've just adapted it, is how I would put it. So I've just adapted how I do things and what they might look like, but a lot of the things that I'm doing is still the same. They worked for me. I just have, like I said, I've made tweaks onto the terms of what data I want and care about, because knowing what book colour the cover is, I just don't need that information. It's not information that I care about. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you've got any questions about anything you've seen, leave them down below, and if there's anything that I can create as like a YouTube shorts for you guys, giving you a bit more detail, then I will do, or I can create a whole new standalone video. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.